Shocking newsflash. If you are hosting webinars without webinars on air, you are losing money. And here's proof. Research has shown that when you tell your attendees to go to a website at the end of your webinar, 80 to 90% of the people on your webinar will never actually go to your website, sales letter, or add to cart page that you tell them to go to. That's 80% of your traffic, sales, and money lost. What if instead of losing 80% of your audience and 80% of your sales, what if you could guarantee that 100% of your attendee audience physically lands on your website or sales letter? Webinars On Air's innovative technology allows you to force redirect 100% of your attendees at the end of your webinars, so that if you have, for example, 200 people on a webinar, all 200 people will physically land on your offer or sales page instead of 20. Powerful. Wouldn't you rather have 200 people walk into your store versus 20? It gets better. Our research has also shown that after roughly 45 minutes into a webinar, your attendees will start to drop off and leave your webinar. Imagine if after 20 to 30 minutes into your webinar, when you still have 100% of your audience, what if you could easily flash your product to all of your customers so they can click one button and buy your stuff? And what if you could show your offer multiple times throughout your webinar to help increase sales? This is important because studies have shown that customers need to see your product 10 to 12 times before they buy. And with Webinars On Air's superior technology, you now get to share one-click offers right inside your webinar for all of your attendees to see, click, and buy from you. And check this out. With Webinars On Air, in one click, you can now set up a paid-for webinar where your prospects must pay you first before they can register for your webinar. Webinars On Air handles all of the email invites, follow-up emails, and reminder emails to your customers, and you get paid. Webinars On Air turns a fun Google Hangout into an instant revenue stream for your business. Webinars On Air truly is the only futuristic webinar platform in the marketplace, engineered to make you more money. Monetization features you can't find anywhere else. Bigger rooms, half the cost. The future of webinars is here. Webinars On Air.
Hi, this is Amy Jo Neal, and I want to do a quick testimonial for my new favorite toy, Webinars On Air. Webinars On Air, I used to use, that other big webinar, I'm not going to name it, platform. I used it for a long time, and it just drove me crazy. But whatever, it was the only game in town, really. But now with Webinars On Air, I'm never using that again because, oh my God, I can't even begin to tell you. Let me just at least start by saying this. I used Webinars On Air for one of my biggest product launches just 2 weeks ago. And because of all the great features that Webinars On Air has, I was able to make more sales than I've ever made on anything ever. And here's the great part. Because of that great little feature that they have where people can actually click on the Buy Now button while you're in the midst of the webinar, it's right there. It's so beautiful. I love this. People were buying my products right on the webinar without even leaving the page. It was genius. The chat feature, everything about it. I absolutely love it. The interactivity of it, the simplicity of it. And all of my clients and my followers and everything seem to love it too. So I am an absolute Webinars On Air groupie from now on. And if you're thinking about any other kind of webinar software, you're insane. Use Webinars On Air. I feel like, by the way, this is not a paid testimonial. I love them so much. I just had to make this video and say definitely check out Webinars On Air if you're thinking about a webinar platform. It's the one. Bye.
Today I want to talk about Webinars On Air. I got to be honest. At first I was really skeptical because, when I do webinars, I got to make sure it's working. If I'm bringing on 200, 300, 500 plus people, I don't want it to, have those technical errors, and you don't need that. So, but the thing that really kind of interested me on Webinars On Air was this, the Google Hangout type aspect, right? Because I've done that a lot, and it's very, very powerful because it's kind of like you're there, you have that, you build that rapport a lot quicker. It's got that hangout party sense feel, and I use it a lot, but the problem was I really couldn't monetize it as well. I couldn't build a list with it, and once I seen Webinars On Air, I was like, wow, this is cool, but I don't know, there might be some issues there. So I, decided to take a run, bought the Webinars On Air, and I gotta say, it's been amazing. You know, the first week, me and my business partner, we started using it, and we built a list of 340 plus buyers. I mean, these are buyers list, buyers list, buyers people, and actually sold over, I think, $3,000 worth of event tickets because of this. And it was, you have that Google Hangout type aspect, pulling it into a webinar type system. We love the chat function. We love all the functions and the features it has on it. It's been working, great. It's amazing. And they've been updating it constantly, so just making it better. So I gotta say, I gotta give it a thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, because this thing is really badass. So if you're looking for a webinar system with that Google Hangout Plus, it's a lot cheaper than your competitors. All right, their competitors. It's amazing. Those big name webinar systems out there. This thing is going to grow, and it's going to be huge. So definitely, I totally recommend it. I totally endorse it. It's one of the best systems I use to really build that rapport. Get with your list or whatever you may use it for, because it feels like everyone's there and hanging out. So it's really great. But now you could monetize it. You could build a list with it. You could definitely remind people, all that kind of stuff. It does it automatically for you. And you're paying pennies compared to bigger webinar systems that don't even have this feature, using the power of the Hangout. Okay, so big thumbs up. Definitely recommend it. They rock. Great support, and I just look forward to seeing the new updates that come out within the future, just to make this even more better and bigger and more badass. So this is the Bluesman of MLM signing off, and Webinars on Air rocks, guys. Get in on it.